If your heart chakra or your sacral chakra reached a state of 100% openness and stayed there, it's likely that eventually you would end up feeling exhausted and depleted. Similarly, if your third eye chakra reached 100% openness and stayed there, you would feel overwhelmed with all of the energy and information that you're perceiving all of the time. So, in today's video, I want to talk more about how chakras work, and I want to suggest to you that perhaps it's a state of balance versus constant openness that helps us grow spiritually and live a healthy and fulfilling life here on planet Earth. So, thanks so much for being here today. My name is Christine from Kyanite Psychic Services, and I love to help sensitive and creative souls build confidence and trust in their connection with spirit. And you can find out more about me at kyanitepsychic.com. So last week I shared a video that was really an introduction to the chakra system. And I talked about what they are fundamentally, how they connect to the body, and the types of energy and information that are held within each of the seven main body chakras. So if that's something you're not familiar with, I invite you to check out that video up above or in the description below. I also talked about the fact that our chakras are always spinning. Like if you're alive to some degree, these energetic centers in your body are spinning, generating electromagnetic energy. But not only are they doing that, they're also opening and closing. The degree to which they do that uh, is different for everyone based on the energy in their field and also whatever experience they're having and their environment. So in a lot of, I would say, materials out there in the world, there is this belief that, enlightenment, awakening, you want to open up all of your chakras to 100% and keep them there. But consider that, it's beneficial for our entire body, physical and energetic, to move, to shift and change. Like we know physically that we got to get moving. You got to get some exercise. That's healthy. It promotes longevity. And also that, you know, there's always blood pumping through your veins throughout your body. You have your lymphatic system. Like there's always something moving within you at any given time. Nothing is static. And the same is true of the energetic body. It's not beneficial for any part of it to stay stagnant. It's always shifting and changing. So 100% open, stuck there, that is stagnancy. It's not beneficial. Yes, there are absolutely times where you might want to have a chakra or a few of them 100% open, but not for the whole of your human experience in your life. So, first, let me give you a couple examples of the chakras opening and closing. Because here's the thing, they naturally open and close based on whatever we're doing and the energy in our field. So, you know, people that want to open their third eye chakra, for example, we don't need to push and force this. Like, oh, I gotta find the right meditation and then it's gonna happen. Like it's naturally happening. Yeah, there are meditations that help for sure, but it's naturally happening when you're in certain environments, right? Okay, so here's some examples. Um, Going to church. I bet you didn't think I was gonna go there. Um, when people go to church and it's something that they want to do, and it's a faith that they believe in, right? Whatever it is, and they're in there sitting in the pews or whatever, and there's someone giving a sermon, when they're in that space, their crown chakra, the center of knowingness and connection to, divine information, that part of the body is naturally going to open up in that space for those people because whatever's being said likely resonates with them and they want to absorb that information, right? And then when they leave church and go do something else, the crown chakra will naturally adjust and close back down. To what degree it closes back down? Well, that's going to be different for everybody, depending on what they're doing next and what kind of energy's in their body, right? Another example, the Winter Olympics are happening right now, right? So people that are participating in a competitive sport, whatever it is, In the moment that they're competing, their solar plexus chakra, that's the energy center that regulates competition and ego and doing, showing up in the physical. Well, that center of the body is naturally going to open up pretty wide, right? And then when they're done competing, it's going to close back down and not to any fixed place, whatever is based on the energy in their field and what they're doing next, right? Another example, if you're intimate with someone, in that moment, your second or sacral chakra is going to be way more open than moments when you are not being intimate, right? And for most of us, when that moment has ended, it closes back down. Maybe not all the way, but less open than it was before. So our chakras are always adjusting. They're spinning and they're also opening and closing. I like to see it as like a camera lens, like an aperture that opens and closes. You might perceive this a little bit differently. So, based on this, let's talk about some instances where you might not want to have certain chakras open 100%, right? Let's do a little myth busting. If you're running errands, like living your day-to-day life, cleaning your house, you might not want to have your third eye chakra 100% open, going out in the world, living your day-to-day, right? That can be so overwhelming, destabilizing, and it might be really hard for you to be grounded, notice your physical environment, even, paying attention to your body could be challenging. People that have their third eye wide open all the time, I like to say they're reading 24/7. And it's funny when you're starting out on your spiritual journey, psychic development journey, I even thought this, I'm like, oh yeah, I want that. That's the goal, right? But it's not so beneficial if you're in that space and there's all kinds of information flowing at you from different places. You're seeing this, that, the other. Where's it coming from? I don't know, right? It's everything, everywhere, all the time. Too much. So, in certain spaces, like if you are doing an intuitive reading for someone, or you're a medium in that moment that you're in a session, or if you're in a guided meditation, you're connecting with spirit, and that's your dedicated space, yeah, you do want that third eye chakra to be wide open, but not all the time. And another example, the heart chakra. There are moments of connection with other people where yeah, having the heart 100% open is a beautiful, healing, and transformative thing. But if it were to be stuck at 100% open, it's very easy to fall into that space of, giving someone the shirt off your back and then you don't have a shirt, right? Like overgiving, giving past your capacity, what's good for you, right? You can ignore your body information. You can ignore what might be beneficial to someone else and you just give, right? So a lot of people that find themselves stuck in that kind of circumstance or that energy, their heart chakra is uh, way too open for the majority of the time, right? Another example, I'm going to go back to the sacral chakra. If you have ever, any of you out there that are, card readers or energy healers, intuitive readers, mediums, if you've ever had the experience where you're reading someone else's energy and then all of a sudden, boom, you are feeling everything that they're feeling, like physical sensations in their body, emotions, like really heavy emotions or intense. They're not yours, but they're exactly what the person's feeling. You're reading their energy with your sacral chakra and it's wide open. And again, while connecting with someone, spirit to spirit is a powerful, beautiful thing, reading energy with the lower chakras in that way it can be really draining over time and it can have very negative effects on your physical health, even your mental health and well-being. And, I've seen that lead to, I would say, reader and healer burnout in a lot of people where they're reading with those lower chakras and they're getting depleted really fast, right? It's possible to adjust, the degree of openness and closedness in any of the chakras in your body. And something that I teach, for example, when I teach people how to read energy, is to close down some of those lower chakras to a certain extent so that you are just reading with the upper ones, right? So I hope that provides some helpful context. And these are not the only examples, but just a few to kind of get, the wheels turning for you. So while the chakras are naturally opening and closing, you can absolutely get to a point where you are able to adjust the degree of openness. First, it starts with being able to perceive these parts of your body. For all of us, we're going to see them a bit differently, but to be able to perceive and know what's going on, and then with your focused intention, yeah, you can get to a point where you naturally can open or close these centers of your body and have more, sovereignty in your life and in your space within yourself. So I hope that this video helps shine a light on the chakra system and maybe gives you some food for contemplation that you hadn't been exposed to before. I do invite you to check out a lot of the tools and techniques that I have to share, meditations on my channel that do focus on, running energies through the body that make it easy and effortless for you to see and understand yourself and also to come to that state of balance. I'll share a meditation in the description below that specifically is a chakra balancing meditation, but there are many others that can help you on my channel. I also have a 6-month program called Intuitive Freedom that teaches you how to read, heal, and shift energy and collaborate with spirit to be an empowered healer. So if you want to learn how to read the chakras effectively and a few different techniques and approaches to that, that's one small part of this 6-month training. I would love to be one of your teachers in this lifetime if that resonates with you. So I invite you to check out that information on the program in the description below. Thank you so much for being here. I'll be back sharing more videos on the energetic body in the coming weeks. Be blessed, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.